All right, so I am working on one large project that has two pretty big projects within itself. The first stage of the project is to remove a leather couch that was positioned right here. And so we are getting ready to put a new set of furniture. There's something my wife and I picked up that we think is going to be really good. So step one though, my wife has always taught me, make sure you clean well the area before you start doing anything there. So I'm going to take a few minutes and get it cleaned up and we'll continue on from there. Dogs in the springtime, am I right? Dawn and I really wanted to change up the look in there from the heavy furniture to really kind of that summery outdoor feel. And so we bought this set that we're putting in the sunroom that we think will really match kind of the feeling of that whole space. So let's go ahead and unbox it and see what we got. This is the set and pretty excited to see how it comes. It's in the box here. And so I just cut the tape off of the box, and always interesting when you open one of these to figure out what do you have and how much work is it going to take. Looks like it's boxed nicely. You've got a chair here, and then the table upside down. These have both a swivel and a glider base, so I'll be excited to see if those are already attached. This is nice. The table came already assembled, so all we have to do is put it in place. One of the things Dawn and I noticed is how closely the top of the table matches the already existing floor in our sunroom. I just cut the box open, and as I did, we found that the bases seem to be fully attached, and looks like it's going to be very minimal assembly. These chairs are sitting in here nicely. Now, one thing I didn't show was I used a utility knife to cut down each corner on the box so that I could flip this open. You always want to make sure you have the top open, and look, you want a safety piece, because you can imagine if this wasn't there and I ran a utility knife, that would already ruin the furniture before we ever get started. So just a safety tip, always make sure if you're going to use a utility knife on a box, you know what you're dealing with on the inside. Okay, so as you can see, we've got all the parts in. I will tell you, and this is a one-man job. That's kind of why I'm videotaping it. But you'll notice one of the challenges I had bringing it in, the width of these arms is wide enough that it was kind of a struggle getting it through. I had to really be gentle coming through my utility room door. Otherwise, there was a chance I could rip or damage one of the corners and stuff, but it was a really tight fit. Anyway, we're going to go ahead, we're going to unwrap the bottoms. It looks like they just have some protective paper on there, and continue getting it set up. Show you the underneath of the chair here. Now, one of the things I like, you see here, it's actual welds, and it's been welded together. It's got a middle swivel piece here, and then it's also a glider, and looks to be really well constructed. These aren't the thickest that I've ever seen, so gonna want to be a little bit careful there. But we picked up this set. It is Sunbrella, which is a quality name, and we picked this up at Costco. Sunbrella is a good quality name, and if we get 3 years out of it, we'll be doing good. We're looking for something just to kind of fill this space, but I'm really excited to try it out.
So I'm unwrapping the last pillow, and as we all make mistakes, I realized I never took the paper off of the base of this one, so I guess I'm gonna have to undo that and then be back with you.
So now a simple step, but something that's very important to do, because these are both gliders and swivel, they've got a lot of movement to them. So as we're setting the room and we're in a corner here, we want to make sure that we can both glide and swivel without hitting anything. Now, one of the things I'm noticing right away is these chairs have a little bit, they move pretty easy, if you can see that, on this floor, and so I may have to come back and put something under those to keep that from happening. We have a lot of family over and stuff that'll be using them, but we just want to figure out what that right spacing is and set the room up. It comes with these extra little pillows too. Now my wife absolutely loves these. She loves the extra back support. If it were me, they'd be gone. They just become challenging when you sit down in the chair. But they do make for a nice decorative and stuff. You've probably noticed this little light switch here. We actually have overhead lights that it controls, so probably going to look at Velcroing this on the back side bottom of this table and do a little better job of hiding those wires. But that's it. We have our new three-piece set, and under probably an hour we've moved out an old leather couch. We've put the new set in, and we've been able to update the look in here and create some usable seating.